At first glance, when I was thinking about Ash versus Yugi, the original, I know there's like different variations, but like the original, the first Johns, I didn't really. At first, I was like, all right, yeah, Yugi gonna wash for real. Ash catch him. But yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I'm giving that to Yugi off the ripper because I didn't really remember any like Pokemon had like having any like planetary deletion. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see nobody like I didn't think about any Pokemon that had powers enough to like blow up a planet. Whereas there's fucking Egyptian god monsters and certain cards and shit that was dead ass like leveling shit, like fucking up, whole like universes and shit. But then I started to think a little bit too. There are Pokemon that can actually like destroy planets. You know what I'm saying? And there's also I forgot what like I was thinking like more of like the old school Johns, but like there's new Pokemon or whatever or newer generation Pokemon that actually are on the same, if not stronger. For this god level of Pokemon. That's what I was thinking too. That's why I immediately like at first I was like, yeah, I go ahead and give it to Yugi because I ain't really see no god level or planetary destructive type Pokemon at first, and then I was like, now I'm not too sure who I got, bro. Now I'm dead ass not sure who I got in between Ash versus Yugi, but we gonna check this shit out. But yeah, now I'm not too sure. The legendary ones. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Like the legendary Johns, and then there's like this one Pokemon that looks like a head of cabbage, and that nigga has like reality warping powers or some shit or some. I don't really know, but like I looked that shit up. I'm like, wait a minute. So there's like actual Pokemon that can actually fuck shit up like on a global scale. And I was like, oh shit, let me reevaluate. But yeah, right now I'm not gonna lie. I don't know this fight, bro. But I do know it's going to be a good one.
Right, Pikachu?
Don't get ahead of you.
Right, Pikachu? Let's see what it smell like. The Ghetto Gagger card.
South.
Not wrong.
Fly!
Ash Ketchum
You're
versus
not wrong.
Yugi Moto.
The biggest question from the
Let's
playground. Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze
Yeah.
their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
This is a big episode. Just look at how long it is. So thanks to our sponsor, Mad
Pause.
Mushroom, for helping us make it happen.
Yeah, go check out Mad Mushroom's newest game, Night
Nah.
Swarm. It just launched, and it's
good.
all about
The world of Pokemon.
all the kids get their first one at age 10. If you don't
At
sleep
age
in like
10.
Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town.
Ash wanted to be a Pokemon master, though he didn't really know what.
All right. 10 for 25 plus years. I'm glad they put that. I'm going to say this nigga has been 10 for. Ash is dead ass older than everybody in this fucking chat, but he's still 10. Don't make no goddamn sense.
Well, fuck you then, punk.
I mean, it's true. What's good, though, Miss Parker? He is. Ash is literally older than everybody in this chat, but he's still 10. 10 for, that's what I'm saying. He's been 10 for 25 plus years. Nigga. He's, bro. Nigga. I hate when it get cold and my lips hurt and chat. Bro. That just reminded me. Ugh. And my lips a little chat. Why is the timing always so funny? Your timing. It's always at a crazy time. Right when I was just looking at Ash's stats. Okay. There's a National Ash Ketchum Day? September 15th? I won't even be doing that on purpose. Yeah, it'd just be natural timing.
Fuck you
That
and your
meant
little
yeah.
brother with autism, nigga.
How about taking down your rivals to be the very best,
All
like
right.
no one ever
All
was? Better than
right.
Gary and his dumb groupies.
Well, Ash knew he'd find his answers at the Pokemon League tournament.
So
Clearly
Oak
no
hooked him
insult
up with
Ash
the
around
electric
Vicky.
mouse, Pikachu.
Clearly.
And went, he's your problem now, stupid.
Pikachu was.
Oh, well, since you just here, Miss Parker, so who you think you got? Who you got in a death battle? Do you think Tim's for damn? Who you think got in a death battle between Yugi and Ash?
A lot.
'Cause I ain't
The
gonna
new
lie,
duo
bro.
had a rocky start.
Between who? Between Ash and Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yugi-Moto. I'll show you real quick.
Right, Pikachu?
Don't get ahead.
Between these two niggas. Yeah, who you think? Who you got? I ain't gonna hold you. I was leaning towards Yugi too. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, who the fuck is Yugi in Pokemon? Nah, between like this actual Yugi. You would say Yugi. I was leaning towards Yugi too in the beginning. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was definitely leaning towards Yugi too.
Better than Gary and his dumb
I'm
groupies.
Well,
Still
Ash
not
knew
sure.
he'd find his answers
Still not
at
sure,
the
though.
Pokemon League tournament.
So Oak hooked him up with the electric mouse, Pikachu. And went, he's your problem now, stupid.
Pikachu was a lot. The new duo
Who are
had a
these
rocky
people?
start, but after an intense first day together,
Hey,
the rest,
Breezy,
as
you
they
didn't
say,
watch none of
is
this as a
history.
kid
25
growing up.
seasons,
Shit.
over 1,200 episodes.
You was probably watching like UPN and watching like Black People TV. You was probably watching like Living Single, fucking In the House, Cousin Skeeter and shit, fucking Girlfriends. You didn't watch no good cartoons, cuz you were just watching all black TV, black entertainment. Ash got made up animals, Yugi got monsters powered by Egyptian gods. I was saying the same thing. I just know them Spade kids had hella Pokemon kids. Hey, wait a minute. I had Pokemon cards. Never mind.
And the cornerstone of 2000s culture, Ash spent decades as a 10-year-old
What's
on
wrong
the
with
great
that?
Pokemaniac
And
journey.
you,
We should note we are prioritizing the anime that Ash is from, which often differs from the original games that inspired it.
Ash is equipped with tons of Pokeballs and an all-knowing Pokedex. That's
I still got all my-
also a Pokemon.
I lost
But
my
in a
shit.
fight, Ash
And my
usually
own.
chooses Pikachu. Give
Nigga.
the yellow-red enough volt.
when I tell you I was a motherfucking nerd, ooh, got a blast. When I tell you I was a motherfucking nerd, bro, I had like the whole binder. I had the whole binder, you know, with the little clear sleeves and shit where you could put your cards in. I had a whole binder of that shit. Nigga, my whole binder was more organized than my school binder for my homework in class and shit like that. I would just throw shit in there and just put it in a folder. I had a whole actual organized binder for my Pokemon cards. And I even had I did have some cards. I had Yugi's deck, had Kaiba's, I think I had Pegasus. And then I would just like win in cards. When I was dueling niggas, bruh, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Man, it was kind of fun when you actually could duel niggas in real time, take their cards, shit. Man, that shit was fun.
And you'll regret it. Even ground
I was
types
big
that
ass
would
nerd.
be immune to electric attacks in the games can't stop what this Pikachu dishes out.
Yet somehow Ash
I
is
don't know,
just
it's
fine
Ash,
after
man.
repeatedly
Ash
getting zapped by this same electricity. Over time,
what I'm saying.
Pikachu learned Volt Tackle, Electro Web, Electro Ball, and
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt! The perfect attack for Okoing flamboyant thieves and air balloons. Looks like they're blasting off again.
so clearly the anime doesn't follow the game rules. Like when Pikachu shot himself with his own thunder while on Swellow, who, you know, is vulnerable to lightning.
But somehow they used Thunder as a super armor. He even learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast. Whee!
Speaking of fast, Pikachu has intercepted lightning, but Quick Attack increases that speed even more.
And his Iron Tail really pairs well with Ash's offensive style. The guy
Pikachu is kind of OP. He's like the only. You know what I just realized too? There's no other real Pokemon. Well, I haven't really been watching like all the new shit, but it doesn't really seem like to be another Pokemon to learn as many fucking attacks and skills as Pikachu. Every other Pokemon just has like their few base attacks. You know, of course, if they evolve, they get another one or whatever. But this nigga Pikachu deadass has a whole arsenal of different physical attacks, lightning ball, lightning absorption, lightning armor, quick attack. How come this nigga is the only one that he never evolves, but he keeps evolving? You know what I'm saying? Like, he just keeps getting better. He doesn't even need to be Raichu. He doesn't even need to, like, evolve. That nigga just keeps getting better. That's because he ain't evolved. He level 500 by now. He should be damn near like the strongest Pokemon, bro. This nigga is like the Goku of Pokemon. I'm not gonna lie. He just keeps getting stronger. When is the after work Christmas party? Ray got daytime party next week. Next Friday? Hey, I'm down for whatever. Whatever's more convenient for y'all, you know. We be up around, late night hours and shit. But yeah. Whatever's convenient for y'all. You had the card pad when he was doing. I did, but you know what I wanted so bad? And my mom didn't get me, bruh. I had the card pad, but I wanted that fucking dual gauntlet, my nigga. I wanted the gauntlet you could slap on, press the button, and then I have the game pad right there. You could just slap the cards down. I wanted the gauntlet, bro. I wanted that so bad. My mom she never wanted to give me that shit. Well, I was being an asshole around the time too, so it wasn't like, it wasn't like I deserved it. But I wanted that bitch so bad. I ain't gonna hold you. Hold on, where we at? Pikachu always on some bullshit. He got no bullshit. He do. Cause a party with y'all gonna be degeneracy. So it gotta be separate from. Oh, brother. Let me get my eggnog and whiskey. I got some nog. I ain't got no dark liquor, but I do got some nog. Also, I'm gonna be live streaming the gift exchange with the W on the 20th. That's gonna be fire. I'm definitely tuning in. Period. Let me know so I can get my drink. That's Sersky. I always wanted to play. The 8 Blades was fucking fire too. That shit was fun. That shit was a little dangerous. He said, "What you mean, y'all?" Yep.
Is vulnerable
too, brother
to
Black.
lightning.
But somehow they used thunder as a super armor. He even learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast.
20th.
Whee!
Speaking of fast, Pikachu has intercepted lightning, but
Say
quick
that.
attack
What's the
increases
name?
that speed even more.
And his Iron Tail
that's it?
really pairs well with Ash's offensive style. The guy plays crazy, often
the 10th
for big
already.
damage over stalling.
Ash's style is so unusual that when a robot scanned his tactics, it exploded.
As the
Smart,
great
but going by kinda
philosophers
fast.
put it, if it works, is it still stupid?
Ash and Pikachu's bond is magnetic.
I'm the
and
most
brought them
chill
new
one, but damn, you
allies.
trying to test me with that
Brock,
shirt.
Serena, just to name a few.
Actually,
Underneath the
brother,
stubbornness
this
and
is a
crispy
hoodie.
bikes, they are loyal friends.
Just like Ash's Pokemon. They're not just collecting dust in a shiny
brother.
hunting box. Ash's League ID won't let him carry more than 6 at a time, but if he needs them, they'll all come running.
Water types like Squirtle and Lapras are key in seafaring fights, and Ash can combine their water attacks with Glalie Ice Beam.
One time, his Weasel
So-
got frozen while using Aqua Jet, which is fine. Now he's using Ice Aqua Battering Ram.
Grass types like Bulbasaur and Torterra induce status effects and heal with synthesis.
But Sceptile's
So we're gonna. I guess they're taking into the account that he has access to all the Pokemon ever, and I'm guessing Yugi's gonna. Well, he has to have access to all of the fucking gods. I guess I'm a degenerate. Hey, one of us. Looking like Tyler on the field. You know what I'm saying? Actually, my uncle actually does look like that nigga. I'm not gonna hold you. He actually really does look like him.
Menace. Yeah, so you got a big, scary Darkrai. Eat this Leaf Blade, Smeargle victim! Or that's what I would say if Tobias didn't action replay a frickin' Latios. Give my man a win, 4Kids.
Well, 4Kids
Not
just
even
did the
a
localization.
part of
They
fun.
didn't write the show.
They just get me heated.
you're always part of-
Almost as much as Infernape's Flare Blitz. Then I'll set my Inferno to overdrive, get my revenge, and Incineroar.
Ash had a fiery passion for reaching the top ASAP, but Charizard wasn't on board. Pursuing pride over packs, Ash lost the Viridian Force for the trees and fumbled the Indigo League.
Harsh lesson, but one he needed. Ash started bonding with Pokemon at a deeper level, and that friendship motivated them to dodge light speed moves like Solar Beam and Psybeam.
Charizard came around too. He's the last one you want to see on the field. Even if you have a Blastoise like Gary, Ash will call for the most unexpected signature move.
Seismic Toss! The people's elbow of Pokemon. Charizard's so strong, his flamethrower melts boulders. The Pokemon world is wild.
Ash's Pokedex spells it out. Vanillix causes blizzards. Magikarp leaps over mountains and into space. Dusknoir pulls souls into the spirit world.
Oh, and Pikachu
Nigga,
cleared
what?
a storm as wide as an island. Gotta catch 'em all. Surfetch, Butterfree, Heracross, Scraggy, Lycanroc, Palpitoad, Torkoal, Snivy.
With new regions, soar new flying types like Pidgeot. On
Pizza
land,
does sound
Ash has
kinda
physical offense like Melmetal and Crocodile, and Gibble will drop Draco Meteors on anyone, but mainly Piplup.
You want physical? Look at Ash. This twerp somehow carried around a Cosmoem, which canonically weighs over a ton. Oh, and this huge log that's basic.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Ash does have some weird ass feats. The way he just like be carrying certain Pokemon too, and like picking up trees and certain things that are way heavier than any normal person. This nigga just be like, hold on, bro. Just here. Yeah, we gotta get this big ass tree out the way for a Totodile. Nigga, how? Bro, just you're human, bro. You're literally human. Oh God, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Pidgeot he was a beast. That was a mean ass little bird.
A whole tree? He chucked
He was
it
cold
like it
too.
was.
Also, if anyone complains about how many episodes One Piece has, Pokemon has just the same amount. It's very, very true. Very true. Good point.
Nothing. Ash can choose his own hands if he wants, and he does a lot. Maybe
He does
his
use
secret
hands.
is watching the Minnesota Vikings.
Resilience is the bare minimum to HMO1 cut it in the tall grass. Humans and Pokemon must protect and enrich each other's lives.
Like Mimey, the Mr. Mime back home who mind boggles you with Reflect, Light Screen, and Psychic. Yep, that Mr. Mime, the stepdad who Ash caught in a Pokeball and brought home. Oh, so that's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond with his pals with Aura. It's a life force that interacts with souls and links Ash with Lucario.
This jackal excels at
Nigga,
CQC
what?
and shoots steel beams and aura spheres.
I ain't gonna lie, and I was about to say Lucario is a fucking dog. Lucario is a dog ass nigga. I'm not gonna lie. But he can like link with fucking Pokemon now?
And with Mega Evolution, Lucario's power surges enough to defeat champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would have been handy at the Safari Zone when Ash accidentally
That nigga upped
caught
the blick on
30
him.
Tauros. And he keeps hugging them. Ash, they're bulls.
Ash genuinely loves his little guys, but boy does it suck to see him lose the Pokemon League over and over again. Kid, just turn the hat backwards and lock in.
Ash's strength is not
And
in
lock
battle
in.
theory, but his nurtured bonds. He knows Pokemon feelings better than anyone. With Greninja, Ash learned to synchronize their senses and movements, transforming him into Ash Greninja.
It comes with a huge power
What?
increase, but there's a catch. Ash shares Greninja's pain. A small price to pay for the ultimate water shuriken.
Ash Greninja ran the ones with Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. And just a normal Gardevoir can conjure black holes.
Ash's Pokemon and teamwork get along like rice balls and jelly-filled donuts. They saved the world from Lysander, who tried to kill
these Pokemon
all
characters look familiar?
life.
'Cause
They
you've
fought
definitely
the
seen them
Giants. The
before.
Reggie kind, not the New York ones. Who halted Reggie Gigas, who can tow entire regions.
Ash's team battled Steven Stone and Alon, who fought the terraforming primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre.
Yeah,
I don't even know
get
who
me
these
started
are.
on Alon. Ash did everything right, but no, Greninja still lost to his Charizard after only getting hit 3 times. How does Blast Burn beat Water Shuriken? Get your type charts right, poor kids.
Boomstick 4Kids weren't even around anymore when this aired. Regardless, after his loss at Kalos, Ash traveled to Alola and beyond to train. And thanks to some really delicious soup, his new Gengar Gigantamaxed.
Haiju Gengar! He haunts foes with
W
G-Max
Gengar.
Terror,
That's my
or
nigga.
even swallows them up. I bet it smells nasty in there.
Ash and Pikachu also scored a buff with their Z move. All they need is a power ring, some JoJo poses, and Thunderbolt will evolve into
10 million volt Thunderbolt! This Rainbow
How,
Lightning is
bro?
their ace. You see this coming? You're cooked. Absorb electricity? Cooked. Fused with an Ultra Beast? Cooked.
Ash journeyed so much that monsters from another
Ow.
dimension are nothing to him. Naganadel is a poisonous sniper, and
I only watched the
Solgaleo
original.
is basically the
Like,
Sun God,
yeah.
a legendary Pokemon whose Sunsteel Strike lights up the universe.
Ash got a god in his bag for just being a nice dude. Smell you later, Gary.
In fact, when Ash and friends band together, they can halt Dialga's Roar of Time. And Dialga literally controls the concept of time. Is there
I'm
a
about to say,
legendary
yeah.
Pokemon he hasn't befriended?
But it all started with Pikachu, so it was gonna end with Pikachu. In the Tournament of Champions, and Alon, Ash faced the #1 trainer. Finally, after 3,000 years, we're free! 4 kids, let my boy win! Yes!
Sure. Ash did his best, and he had no regrets.
Gengar,
now free
Hunter,
to
and
hand
there
over
was
his
another
torch to
one,
new
too.
bright-eyed
Another
trainers.
close one.
Ash realized that, to him, a Pokemon Master was someone who was friends with every Pokemon. So he and Pikachu threw a stick in the air and walked the way it landed, because in the world of Pokemon, the journey continues.
I'm not gonna lie.
If
Ghastly,
you want to travel
that's-
the world
that was
like
my-
Ash or look as rad as Yugi, then we've got the threads for you.
This battle is sponsored by Quince.
You'll like this. A bunch of Death Battle staff have
And
the middle
Hey,
price.
2 and
Top
1?
available
In
Egypt. What?
right, let's
Many
get it,
of
Yugi.
theorists have tried to solve the mystery of ancient Egypt. What was the secret to such a
Why you look like
glorious
you surfing?
civilization?
Time travel? The divine hand?
Totally.
Aliens? Nah, they were
I didn't even notice
gamers.
that.
Egyptians played games with sorcery. These magical ceremonies punished dark hearts with swift death. The Shadow Game.
No,
Shadow
Wiz, they were
Game.
banished to the Shadow
Shadow
Realm.
Realm.
Wink.
Sadly, the way of the Shadow Games was lost across time and the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. It's said the one who solves the puzzle would pass judgment on evil. And in the modern day, Yugi Moto reassembled it and wished for a friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn that jam up! Yugi was a shy kid that helped run his grandpop's game shop.
Yugi was 18? Why I thought that nigga was younger? Maybe just because he's short. But like, I thought that nigga was like 15 or 16 or something. He was 18? 5 foot even? No, he probably a little shorter. He probably a little shorter. Was these we're just reacting to a death battle. We're doing Ash Ketchum from Pokemon versus Yugi Moto from Yu-Gi-Oh! Because he's little. Yes. That nigga's only yeah, he is small. 92 pounds? Damn. That's why I probably thought he was a kid.
Little did he know that completing the puzzle would
18
link his
years
spirit
older.
to an
5
ancient
foot?
pharaoh.
That is
Yummy!
nuts.
Always willing to lend
92
Yugi a
pounds?
hand, and always on demon
Look at
time while
him.
doing so.
Look at him.
Anime
Does he
Jigsaw.
look-
Yummy wants to play a shadow game.
No, Yami looks like he's about 18, maybe 20.
Whether it's Griddle Air Hockey, Mario Party with Chloroform, or the game that would take his world and ours by
Does
storm,
that nigga look 18 to
Duel
you?
Monsters.
It's a summoner's war.
thought he
Time
was
to
like-
send
I thought he was
monsters
like,
to the
yeah, like
graveyard and
13,
take your foe
15.
down to 0 life points.
When Yugi's grandpa was kidnapped by the deranged CEO Seto Kaiba, Yugi
Thought
knew it was
Kaiba
time
was
to
18.
knock him down the only way he knows how. Playing a children's card game.
Oh, I wanted that so bad, man. I wanted that so bad. My mom was not trying to let me have that shit.
Time to
bro.
knock him down the only way he
I was
knows
so
how.
hot.
Playing
I wanted that, bro. That shit was so fucking gangster, yo. I wanted it. Looked so cool. But like you see how it was just like it could just flip open and you could have your deck right there, bro. You could just sit there and do things, man. I wanted that shit so bad, man. I mean, I could get it now, but it's not the same. It's probably better now, but I wanted that shit so much. You're such a blur, but man, that's true. But I wanted that very bad. And welcome in, Rachel. How was the meeting?
A children's card game.
And for his
I wanted that so
Kaiba
bad,
was given
bro.
a penalty game. Lose or cheat against Yami at your own peril. With the puzzle, Yami can punish you in some seriously messed up ways. Illusions of being set on fire, swapping your soul, or the infamous Mind Crush.
The Millennium Puzzle does far more
Oh,
than
yeah.
force hallucinations. It brings monsters to reality,
stayed with
forms
Mind
barriers, manipulates probability, and seals away spirits.
You can't buy this. It and 6 other Millennium items are juiced up by ghosts.
Despite Yami's retribution, Yugi wasn't aware of this darker half. Yami had amnesia, so he didn't know himself either. But after a run-in with enemy Millennium Ring user Dark Bakura and some seriously hardcore LARPing, Yugi and Yami learned each other's shtick and made
That's
the
good.
dynamic duo.
With friends Taya, Tristan, and their left leg Joey, Yugi and Yami were ready for anything.
Because Yugi
Wait a minute.
and Yami learned each other's shtick and made the dynamic duo.
With friends Taya, Tristan, and their left leg Joey, Yugi and Yami were ready for
say
anything.
Tristan never.
Because Yugi had a
Taya
great
never
early
looked like
deck.
that.
Monsters for
Hey,
offense,
what's the
spells
word,
for effects,
Rebel?
and traps for setups.
What you got, what you got, what you
and
got, what you
Zodi-
got?
Oh, there they go.
Okay,
You feel
if
it.
Yugi's deck is so good, why isn't it the meta? Put me in, coach. Face my 2,000 card deck.
Yeah, his deck was definitely not the meta. I'm not gonna lie. He had a few good Jones, but like how the show made it seem, like, oh yeah, this nigga got the ultimate deck. He has all the best cards. Nah, he had a strategy built deck. If he was going for like a certain strat, he had that. Or if you were trying to go for like combos, he had one of them Jones. But nah. Yeah, I deadass had a custom build my shit from Yugi's, from Kaiba's, and Pegasus' drum. And I was just like, and then winning cards on the side and losing them too. I thought he said something else. Nasty. I finally caught you, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm finally able to grace you with my antics. Sorry you called me at a time of the month, my ovaries is kind of acting up. But we here. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you chilling. We just doing a little reaction and yapping. Yeah, just trying to see who would win in a death battle between Yugi and from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. So we just cooling and vibing. Might eat something a little later.
Don't be too quick to judge. Yugi's a very clever strategist. His style works best at maximizing the use of so-called terrible cards.
Yeah, cool story, Wiz. But what's he gonna do about the 3 blue eyes Kaiba's got aiming at his dome?
Simple. Summon the monster card Karibo and have him multiply.
They got other
With a
battle.
1,000 strong
Yo.
meat shield, a dragon's
They
breath
got so
is a
many.
gentle breeze.
Well, okay. Didn't know Yugi had that dog in him. But
So
I'm
much
about
better.
brute force. Buster Blader and Celtic Guardian are sick, nasty swordsmen. Summon Skull shoots bolts of lightning, and the giant soldier of stone can destroy moons.
Time Wizard's better. It's a living clock that fast forwards or rewinds a local area of time, turning monsters to infants or wizards into wise sages.
Speaking of wizardry, you can't have a Yugi deck without his right hand, Dark Magician, and his apprentice, Dark Magician Girl.
Both are masters of dark magic, and Yugi often pairs them with the damage redirecting magic cylinder. Now that's thinking with portals.
There's support monsters too. Catapult Turtle is a bot with a cannon that literally launches other monsters. And when Yugi comboed it with Gaia and Swords of Revealing Light, which immobilizes monsters, they brought down an entire fortress. Wait, that's not how the card game works. Is he cheating?
Well, we're prioritizing the manga and anime over
Is he
anything
cheating?
else, which can differ from the real-world card game.
Yugi also has tons of spell cards. Monster Reborn resurrects a fallen friend. Turn Jump is a time skip, and Pot of Greed lets Yugi draw 2
Yeah, he does have a lot of shit. But yeah, that's not how, even like when you play the regular game, you know how like in the show he'll be like, all right, I'll summon Celtic Guardian. Then I'll activate my Pot of Greed. And with this, my Swords of Revealing Light will freeze your people, and that ends my turn. Like, nah, nigga, that's not how the game works. You don't get to just do a whole combo and then end your turn, nigga. You play a card, and then you play it. Attack or defense. That's it. You don't get to do all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to do all that extra shit you get, you see in the show. What is this? So who winning? I'm not gonna hold you. I still feel like I'm still on the fence on who wins this. I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like I'm leaning still towards Yugi though. What is this? We're just reacting. It's a death battle, so we're just reacting to Ash Ketchum versus Yugi. So basically, who will win in an actual fight, and they break it all down and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like their backstories, their top feats, their everything they can do. Pharaoh Imp and combine it with a horn of the unicorn. Then I'll play 2 extra face down cards and end my turn. Like, exactly. Like, bro, you can't do that. You can't do that, nigga. You can't. And then sometimes you can't even combine certain things without the polymerization card. So that's 3 things you need to make one thing. And that's still 2 moves. You can't even do that, nigga.
More cards like Pot of Greed,
Not in
which
the real
lets him
game.
draw 2 more cards like...
If things get dicey, he has more trap cards to level the field, like Dimension Sphinx, which reflects damage directly back at the opponent's life points.
And if his monsters and life points get wiped, he can
You
just
got the
press
heart of the
Control
card.
Z with Mirage Ruler to
Yugi a
get them all
cheater.
back.
Pair these cards with
Now that we
Yugi and
thinking about
Yami's
it,
teamwork, and
Yugi's a
nothing can
cheater.
stand in their way. Not even the game's own creator, Pegasus.
Get this, Pegasus can read minds. So in their duel, Yugi and Yami kept swapping souls Freaky Friday style, trusting each other to pick up on the strategies they left behind. And the mind reader was stumped. Yeah, they cheated.
No, Pegasus was reading their minds.
See what I
Regardless,
said? Yeah, they
Yugi
cheated.
and Yami are an excellent dueling
Well,
pair.
Pegasus
Yami
was
trusts
cheating too.
Yugi to improve on his plans, while Yugi expects Yami to be his bolder half.
They're not just smart. These card-slinging geeks are somehow expected to be fit enough to dodge lasers, resist getting their souls ripped out, and survive attacks from duel monsters. Even the most common duel monster can cause tsunamis, rain down meteors, and wreck cities.
And all of this power culminated in Battle City, hosted by Kaiba Corp.
Because Kaiba really wanted that salty run back against his rival.
Salt only
runs.
surpassed by Yami's biggest hater, Merrick, who wanted the 3 Egyptian god cards to take him out. These cards were Slifer, the Electric
Slifer.
Dragon, Ra,
My
the
nigga.
God Phoenix, and
Obelisk.
Obelisk, who strikes with the power of infinity.
This was a different
My nigga
ballgame
Obelisk.
altogether,
I
but
had that
Yugi was
card.
starting to stand on his own 2 feet.
So Yami and Yugi kept dueling on in a battle city that never wants to end. Or stop bullying Joey. But to claim the Egyptian gods, Yugi and Yami had to face them in duels,
Slifer was
pulling
dope
off
too.
some ridiculously high IQ plays.
When battling Slifer, they used a handful of weak cards to create an infinite combo of attacks that went
cheating.
past the god's limits.
And later, Yugi combined Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl's magic into Black Burning magic, promptly defeating Ra.
This ain't new for the magicians. In the movie Bonds Beyond Time, they did something similar against Paradox. It's kinda crazy that together, the magicians can defeat the 10-star gods, which are way stronger than mid-tier monsters that are 5 to 9 stars.
Wait.
Mid-tier cards
You mean to tell me Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl combined can beat the Egyptian god monsters? Nigga, what? Since when? That's crazy.
aren't pushovers. Darkhold Dragon is a sentient black hole, planet alignment moves solar systems, and Jaden's Glow Neos destroyed a relativity field that spawned an entire universe.
But at the top would be the great evil god Zork, who showed up to plunge existence into the realm of darkness. It was time for Yugi to finish the puzzle of who Yami really is.
If the monsters weren't real before, they sure were now. Everyone has soul energy, Ba, which manifests as Ka, or a spirit. When used in tandem with the bonds of his cards, Yugi can will duel monsters into reality, even drawing anyone he wishes by believing in the heart of the cards.
Oh,
I knew
brother,
it!
heart
He's
of
been
cards.
cheating all this time! He doesn't
This
just
is so
make
foreign
up
to me,
rules,
I'm
he's
here for
stacking
it.
his deck!
Not at all.
I
For
just,
Yugi
it's
drawing
like
the
if you weren't like watching this shit as a kid, yeah, you're gonna be like, bro, what are we on? What are we on about? But yeah, but the meat and potatoes, we're getting to it right now. They already did Ash's breakdown, so this is Yugi's, and then we're gonna see which one of these niggas actually win. I think I'm still leaning
card
towards
he
Yugi, though.
needs isn't just luck, it's an actual skill that he developed. It's even expanded in following series like GX and 5Ds.
Okay, well, I'd be the king of games too if I could just decide I have a royal flush every round.
Whatever. Yami
That's
rediscovered
true.
his
That's-
Egyptian past, his
that's
multiple
cheating.
lifelong bonds, and his real name, Atem. Claiming his place as the ruler of the afterlife, Atem fused the Egyptian god cards to summon Harakti, the creator of light.
She's the ultimate duel monster who banished Zork and all of his scary darkness for good. The epitome
Harakti.
of screw you, I win.
No kidding, for Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse with that same light.
Judgment did that
had
heart of the
passed.
card shit.
Across
like,
many
come on, man,
duels,
I know I'm gonna
evil
get my
was
conversation. I
vanquished.
know I'm gonna get
There
this.
was only one more
Fuck!
thing left
I know I'm
to
gonna
do.
get this.
A post-game
Karibu.
boss duel
Oh,
between
fuck.
Yugi
You know what I'm
and
saying?
the Tem.
Fuck
Their
that.
farewell
so
was
mad.
both
Heart of the card shit
climactic
don't work.
and bittersweet. Yugi had grown as a duelist and a person. His victory proved that he no longer needed a Tem's help to be his bolder half.
Even when a Tem was an entire dimension away or busy slapping the end of existence, he and Yugi would always be bros. Okay, it should have been me, not him. I'm sorry I called you a cheater. I was jealous. You're so cool.
Yugi moved on to a career in game design and passed the torch to future duelists. He would be remembered as the greatest duelist there ever was.
Except to Kaiba, who tried to ascend to the afterlife to rematch a Tem. Goes to show you that money can't buy you happiness, but it sure can buy you a sweet rocket ship.
There will always be another story, another duel, another game, and you won't find yourself a better opponent than the king of games.
The Battle of the Millennium is about to start, but we wouldn't be able to make it happen without some help from our friends at Raycon.
That's
3
right.
ads
This
is
message will
nuts.
be
In the
at
unlock
Raycon 30
Dirge and
this 20.com December.
All right, let's do it.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
before we start, let's lay some ground rules.
We're treating this as a real-time fight, much like typical battles in the Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And given that the rules of Pokemon and duel monsters are clearly incompatible, we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It's time to death battle!
All right, let's get it. See who we got. I'll put money on you.
You okay, Pikachu? This 4-on-4 is tricky. Hang in there!
You have Spirit, but I have Lightning Blade and Excalibur to boost my attack. And I set one card face down to end my turn.
Cheating ass nigga.
Okay, guys, it's our turn
Cheating
now.
ass nigga.
Pikachu,
Look
throw
at
that
him,
one
he's
quick
doing
attack.
it again.
Everyone else, back him up! Great job! Now, Thunderbolt!
Don't get ahead of yourself. You forgot about my face down card. Rise! Dimension Sphinx!
Oh, I get it. Good thing we brought them all, right, Pikachu?
What do you mean, them all?
So this nigga gets the power. I mean, he gets to use all the Pokemon.
Charizard! I choose
That's actually kind of nuts. So if he wins, if Ash wins because he has way more Pokemon than there is dual monsters, I'm gonna be a little pissed. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna be a problem, bro. Yeah, I'm about to say he both cheating at this point. He said, "Hey, bro, fuck it, fuck this 1v." No, it was supposed to be a 4v4. I don't know. First, I started wait 1v1, 4v4. Then he's like, you know what? Good thing we bought them all. He brought the whole fucking Pokemon Kingdom, my nigga. That's crazy. And of course, you know, Yugi's like, aha, you thought you could hit me, but you forgot about my card that was here. And then I'll draw 3 more cards, and I'll upgrade him and end my turn. What the hell? What the fuck is that?
Aha!
The heart of the cards. But also the same thing can be said for Yugi. If Yugi wins just because of the heart of the card shit, he can just pull out any fucking card he wants at any time. I'm gonna be a little pissed. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little pissed too. How? This nigga can throw Hadoukens? How? And exactly, the crowd, the niggas there, they're all nuked. Everyone's dead. Slifer can't even fucking fit in that stadium. But that's beyond the point. How did Ash throw a Hadouken? Nigga, I'm getting annoyed.
I'm sorry, partner. Don't worry, it's my turn now.
Wait, did he snatch your chain, nigga? Did Greninja snatch your chain? Oh, you cut it off. He severed. I'm like, yo, did he snatch your chain? That's fucked up. It's kind of gangster.
I'm sorry, partner. Don't worry, it's my turn now.
Heart of the cards. Don't fail me now.
I just need to believe.
Look, he's doing it.
In the heart of the cards.
Look, he's doing it. He even said it. It's up. Yugi wins. It's up. Yugi wins. Yugi wins.
Who's that Pokemon?
Haruxi, goddess of light.
So
This is it. Magicians, flash burning magic. Haruxi, Joser.
it's up. It's up, bro. Where'd you get that from? Huh? It's up.
Pikachu, let's finish this. Together! 10 million volt thunderbolt!
You activated my trap card.
Of fucking course he did. Of course he activated your trap card, bro. Because why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he activate the trap card that you already had, bro? Of course he did. And I know I'm probably sounding like from the outside looking in, or if you're just hearing this, or like when I put it on YouTube, you're just looking at it like a clip or something. It may sound like I'm a Yugi hater. I'm not. I actually do fuck with Yugi. I was rooting for him to win. I just don't like that heart of the card shit.
Magic cylinder. With it, I'll send your thunderbolt back to attack your light points directly.
He doesn't have life points, Yugi. You're just gonna kill him, actually. Yeah, you just killed him.
That was an awesome duel, Ash.
Let's go. He just murdered that nigga. He just killed Ash.
Oh, my childhood. Whiz,
I
quick,
knew it, though.
I need your tears. We can save him.
There's a lot to this, so let's break it down by experience,
Just
strategy,
murdered
and monsters.
Ash.
Starting with experience. Both Ash and Yugi have risen to the top, beating the best of the best, and traveled all over the world.
But Ash traveled more, was in more tourneys, and saved the world way more often. And despite what people say, he wins a lot.
Even Atem's stint as the Pharaoh doesn't tip the scale since he wasn't in charge for very long. Plus, Pokemon evolve over time, literally and figuratively. While Yugi's deck is obviously adjustable, the cards are unchanging, unable to grow like Ash's Pokemon.
So Ash wins in experience, but when it comes to strategy, he's a wild card.
He's
Damn,
skilled at improvisation and using the
we just
environment
finished the
to win.
fight.
Even
Yugi
machines
won.
cannot comprehend his tactics.
But the same goes for Yugi. Gotta remember, Yugi and Atem's teamwork is
Yugi won.
second to none. They're
W.
masters at exploiting weaknesses, setting up tricks, and
He said, yeah,
surprising foes with so-called weak cards.
Both could likely adjust to
he
each
lost.
other's unpredictability, so a Dark Horse-style win
He
was
couldn't- he
unlikely.
couldn't-
But
He couldn't
Ash's
hang.
secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon. Who's
Now, the bond with the Pokemon, that's cool and everything, but I was just like, bro, there is literally no way that Yugi can lose with the heart of the cards. Like, and I already knew, well, I didn't know that Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl were strong enough to destroy Egyptian God cards. I did not know that. But I felt, once I seen that shit, I'm like, nigga. Well, I just learned that, so I'm pretty sure Yugi's going to definitely use that. If that's like his, nigga, that's peak. It's peak right there. But, yeah, even with Ash calling in all the Pokemon, bro, they were all just going to be, you know, they're all just going to get neutralized after a while because he can always get the perfect card whenever he needs it. Yugi literally can't lose. He's a cheater. He's just a cheater.
their power. I'm
But-
not just talking about Pikachu. His power of
You know?
friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy. Ash's trust in his Pokemon knows no limits.
Silly as it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way.
Same
the heart
way,
of the
he
cards
do.
is real, and Yugi is determined
No,
to
it's
support
not.
his monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With
Okay,
Ba
thank
and
you.
Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality.
You see why he didn't even use Jigglypuff in this fight? You see why
Not
he
so
didn't even use
dissimilar
Jigglypuff?
from
He didn't even
Ash
see no
Greninja.
Jigglypuff
Yeah,
in this
Ash
fight.
has aura,
Like,
but he
you
never
know what?
mastered it.
I'ma call
and
all the
specialties
other
like
Pokemon.
Mega Evolution and
You just stay
Gigantamax,
over there
while
with your fucking
awesome,
marker.
only work with specific Pokemon.
And since Ash focuses on offense far more than support, Yugi could control
her.
the pace of the fight with cards like Swords of Revealing Light and Magic Cylinder.
But I know some of you are asking, what if Ash threw hands? The
Get him
kid's
in.
strong enough to chuck trees and lift baby gods. Just punch him, man. Well, Yugi's similarly tough, and the Millennium Puzzle can make shields, steal ghosts, cast illusions, and mess with minds. If Ash actually tried to punch him, it'd
Yeah.
be Mewtwo all over again.
I'm about to
It's a-
say, you can't actually punch him. You know what I'm saying? Yami won't allow you to physically harm him because, you know, it's in his vessel. So, yeah. You know, Yugi ain't no bitch. He'll slide, but Yami's not going to let nobody actually, like, hit that nigga. Unless it's, like, one of his friends and it doesn't have malicious intent. So, you know, Ash couldn't really steal off on a nigga if he wanted to.
Close call, but Yugi takes the edge in strategy.
So it all comes down to the monsters. Yugi had a slightly larger pool of monsters, but Ashes can clear out island-wide storms, fight terraforming beasts, and are stronger than the black hole summoning Gardevoir.
However, Yugi's can rain down meteors, compete with larger black holes, and even the mid-tier scale to glow Neos, destroying that relativity field with a universe. And Herakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's whole multiverse, surpassing even Solgaleo's Sunsteel Strike and Dialga's Roar of Time.
Yeah,
And
that's
Yugi
nuts.
had more than just monsters on the field.
I didn't even know
Ash's
about those
strength
other
was
Pokemon.
also his weakness. His power was evenly spread, reliant only on his remaining Pokemon.
If Mr. Mime faints, no more Psychic Barriers. If he lost Lucario, no more Mega Evolution. And so on. The longer the battle went, the less Pokemon Ash had. And he did not have a reliable way to bring them back. He doesn't carry revives on him, and even then, reviving Pokemon in the anime is entirely different from the games. Meanwhile, Yugi had cards like Mirage Ruler and Monster Reborn that could instantly recall powers he's lost.
And he can, you know,
Monster Reborn
ban fate
too.
to draw whatever card he wants. And we didn't even cover them all. Really, Yugi's deck has no pathetic cards.
Exactly. Yugi's versatility and power swept Ash's options, giving his monsters the lead. He just needed the right moment to knock Ash stone cold.
That was a good attempt at a pun, Wiz. You might not think it's Pharaoh, but Ash got Yugi owned.
The winner is Yugi Moto.
My nigga Yugi. Shout out my nigga Yugi.
Death Battle will be back in 2026, but right
Say less. Oh, that was the last one of 20. Oh, that's the last one of the year. Okay, let's go. Fought the last death battle